Guys, the Ludi Gooner. Reading an article on the Daily Mail sent to me on WhatsApp by a friend. I know I hate the Daily Mail. I can't wait until it becomes bust and it really goes down as an atrocious scumbag paper. But yeah, it was Stephen Caulker. He was talking about how he was on the verge of committing suicide and things like that, and now his mental state. And it really touched me for a lot of reasons, which I'll allude to now. You'd think on the surface, you'd being able to get any female you desire or females you don't desire being onto you, being paid to party, people loving you, all the money in the world you could possibly acquire if it's up to you, financial freedom, fame, doing the job that everybody, me myself included, would kill for. You'd think, what you got to be angry about? But then you've got to look at it on you've got to look at it from several other angles. As a footballer, you probably have elite mentality, I don't know why I say mentality, elite levels of paranoia because you've got to question everything. Is every new friendship or network or relationship I build, is it genuine, or are they trying to get something from me or fleece me? People wanting free this, free that, free tickets, free this, free that. Constant pictures. Don't get me wrong, it comes with the territory, and you have to take pictures and autographs and them things for the fans. But what about when we forget these guys are human? What about when they're just downright having a bad day, or they haven't met their girlfriend or friend or whoever for a while, or they're just out with their mum and they wouldn't have a quiet drink or quiet time and shopping or whatever, and they politely, or maybe not politely, just say no. That person then goes and says something on social media, and before you know it, you're painted as something. Cristiano Ronaldo, look how he was treated in '06. Look how he's treated now. Look at what people say about his family, about his how he had his children, about his children. It's ridiculous. Raheem Sterling, what people say about his children, false facts about having how many baby moms. He a ghetto you like everyone came from nothing. He bought his mom a house. They found a way to thingy that he doesn't. I didn't say the end of that wrong. He does not get a special flight. He gets a normal economy flight on holiday. He's killed for that. He's buying shower gel in sports in Poundland or whatever. He's being mocked for that. He just can't live. That can lead to elite mentality. I mean, elite levels. Why do I keep saying mentality? Elite levels of paranoia. It's ridiculous. And on top of that, when you already know about what happens on the field and his possible shortcomings on the field, that can all play a part in you, and it really can mess you up. Damn right, you can be labelled. Of course, it comes with the territory, but it doesn't make it right. You can just be labelled things you're not, and people forget these people are human, and no amount of money doesn't always dictate how you feel and things like that. Caulker really upset me as well because it wasn't nothing to do with Spurs. He actually said he should have stayed at Spurs. Daniel Levy was telling him to listen. But when he went on loan to Bristol City, I believe he said at 18, he was in the sticks, in the digs or whatever you call it, the house. There was two casinos either side of the road, just up the road, all the pubs and things you could do. And to a young 18-year-old with a lot of money, ain't seen that sort of money before. He just went wild and crazy. Added to that, he done in some. It's a lengthy article, so I can't talk about it all. Guys, will be here all day. But he then spoke about like fast food when he's actually a professional, and he said that there wasn't really any help for mental health. They would just palm them off to the sports health clinic, and it wasn't helpful because most of the time the players that were going there, they didn't want to lose their space in the side, so they were focusing on that. He did turn sadly to alcohol and booze, and he said he's lost around 70% of his earnings. That's very upsetting because yeah, just what are you doing? But it's really upsetting. People think footballers are going to be happy and 24/7 all the time. I want you guys to just look at it like this. Let's exclude the Prem, the top 1% or 10%, however you look at it, and even the Championship to a degree. Let's look at League One and League Two. Of course, there's less money in it, and these guys are footballers. What happens when you get released? What happens when you don't get a 1-year deal? What happens when you get that injury and things like that, and you can't get a club? What is football? Essentially, at the organic level, it's a job. You don't have a job, you cannot pay your bills. That man there cannot pay his mortgage, and he's going to go crazy. These people that are at the likes of Barnet, Luton, Stevenage, no disrespect, but this is what happens. This is actually what happens. And another thing that shocks me more, I keep saying to you guys, football is a microcosm of life. Males have a stigma with talking about weakness. Me, myself, to a degree included. You think it's some sort of weakness, or you're a bitch, or you're this, you're that, and the other. But to a degree, it's somewhat strength if you look at it. It does take a lot of strength to come out and say, okay, I'm hurting, I'm not well, I'm depressed, I'm this, I'm that, and the other. Like I tried to allude to, I believe the FA need to set up mental health programs, but I believe clubs should as well. Players are always praised for looking after their physical health, and you look at the likes of Zlatan, 35, still going strong, getting praised for that long too. But what about the mental health? Because this is as important. For me personally, I would like to see from the ages of 16 from the age of 16, you're actually told about the implications of being a footballer. Yes, you know about the money, the fame, all of these things, but you actually need to know the implications. What do I keep saying to you guys? The same rope you climb up on is the same rope they hang you with. So I'm saying they need to be able to learn emotional intelligence, need to learn human behavior, learn that, okay, they're going to love me today, they're going to hate me tomorrow, they're going to hate me tomorrow, they're going to love me today. Because that is what happens in football. Of course, these young 16-year-olds just see all the retweet giveaways and things like that, but you really need to acknowledge what you're getting into, because these are the territories. This is what comes with the territory. I'm not saying it's right, but if I'm a young person, or if I had a family member that was going into this situation, you'd want them to be covered or know what they're going into. It's sad. It really is sad. Like I said, it's men have a problem. There's a problem talking about mental health with men in football in general, and men, and especially young black men, and black men especially, because we're taught to be tough, to be strong. Dini's talked about it, Rio Ferdinand's talked about it, and things of that nature. And then, like I said, about the likes that are injured, that we mock for being cripples and things like that, or we call shit or crap, it really does play a part on them. By the way, I'm also happy to see Leonard. I don't know if he's better, because going on holiday doesn't mean you're better, but it's nice to see he's on holiday and some pictures have emerged, and he's come, I'd like to think he's come more out of that dark place. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's upsetting to see caulker like that, to see that he had to turn to booze and things of that nature, and he lost his place in the side, and he also said the booze from the fans didn't help. But I mean, you can't blame fans to a degree. They're not seeing a good football match. That's gonna happen. But it's just sometimes, from time to time, I think we need to actually think about the implications of what we say, what we do, and you need to remember these guys are human. It doesn't matter if I have £1 billion and you stab me, I'm gonna bleed. If I'm poor and you stab me, I'm gonna bleed. These guys are human. You treat them like humans from time to time. Of course, it comes with the territory. Of course, added criticism, etc., etc., and you've got to have thick skin. But sometimes it just doesn't go that way, and they just need to be told that there's nothing wrong with being. It's okay to not be okay, to sort of thing. But yeah, guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. If anyone wants to go and read that, probably just type in Stephen Caulker's name and it will come up on Google. Yeah, I just gave my 2 pence about it. And yeah, guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Of course, subscribe, comment, yeah.